Whether you've heard it in passing or know it beat by beat, this song undoubtedly changed EDM for the better. With its groovy yet very electronic feel, it was one of the first songs to bring more of an electronic sound to the public eye. It was also one of the more notable songs to play with manipulation of the voice, or what we know today as a vocoder. And is still heavily sampled by the likes of Kanye and many others. A song that was somehow both ahead of its time and also behind if you didn't know any better. With the most infamous music video in EDM, it was one that really confused you as to when the song might have been made. It arguably launched progressive house into what it would become. The song plays with almost that disco-type feel, a little bit of something you might get out of the 80s or late 70s, but somehow had the modern sound at the same time that gave us what we know as modern progressive house. Jumping ahead to 2010, in what would become the most influential decade in EDM, we go to the most nostalgic dubstep/bro step anthem of them all, with its glitchy and aggressive samples. It was an awakening for many first-time listeners who had no idea what they had come across and no idea where electronic music would go from there.
I think I was the only one billed under my real name. Hi, Sonny Moore, Skrillex.
It was essentially the solidification of heavy transformer-like sounding dubstep that eventually coined the term bro step. With similar acts like Excision and many others, this song undoubtedly carved a path for EDM and more specifically bass music. Jumping ahead to 2011, and what would probably be the most controversial song on this list, we have Titanium. One could argue that it might have been one of the first vocal ballad-like house songs of the modern era that hit the mainstream in such large numbers. Amassing over 800 million streams, in hindsight it might have been the beginning of pop stars being more and more keen to blend their sounds with EDM, as opposed to the other way around, with follow-up hits like We Found Love, Clarity, and Don't You Worry Child. Titanium might just be the tipping off point for what became the standard of mainstream house music. It's rare you can point to a specific moment that altered the music world, but Ultra 2013 became that instance, with the pioneer Avicii premiering Wake Me Up unapologetically to an audience that was rather perplexed at the sound of a banjo at an Ultra set. This almost folk-like country feel to house music was controversial at first.
When I know where to start, you tell me I'm too young to understand.
The premiere wasn't the smoothest either.
All this time I was finding myself.
But Tim had the vision, and 1 billion streams later, we wish we could go back to that set and witness a pivotal moment for electronic music. From one pioneer to another, Flume brings us the beginning of future bass, a subgenre with blurry lines and even one he himself has strayed from in recent years. A foreign sound at the time, rich and infectious, yet not thought to be friendly for main stage festivals.
Good job, we all right?
Flume showed us there was no rules in music. As his sound gained traction, his label validated its name, as this one will always be one of the classics that changed the game. Say My Name is just one of those songs where the first few notes are immediately drowned out by cheers, screams, and the like. While that's more of an argument for the iconic, this song no doubt changed EDM. It paved the way for more down-tempo acts to grow their audience and reach, and it also proved that not everything had to be 4 on the floor with high energy or extreme bass drops to keep the audience's attention. It had a musicality while still having an electronic focus, and while the female vocalist has always been a theme in EDM, it's safe to say that this one helped perpetuate and solidify that standard. Hate on it, but it brought EDM to a large, unsuspecting audience. I know, hear me out. But how many people that just thought of EDM as obnoxious house music opened their eyes to it? Sure, some listened to it on a loop, went to Lala on Daddy's credit card, and claimed to love EDM, but some heard a song they liked, got curious, looked for similar sounds, and now appreciate a much larger, less crunchy array of EDM. It was a bridge for many. It's easy to hate on the big artists that make the catchy tunes, but like it or not, they play a big role in the perception and direction of EDM. Roses gave us a blend of pop music and future bass, and for that, I'm thankful. Moving to 2016, where would we be in this modern era of bass music without Space Mom Reds? A curious name. Where did that even begin? Reddit? Wook meetings? Anyways, Edge garnered enough attention in 2016 to arguably shift bass music into this weird middle ground between dubstep and rhythm, some eventually settling on the term mid-tempo. We had some cinematic dark bangers before this, no doubt, but something about it, the ominous, almost dissonant, detuned sound, the downsampled, almost mosquito ringtone sounding bass. It wasn't a revolutionary step in EDM, but it was different enough to sort of shift the focus.
Two choices on my mind. 4 hours on the road.
Blending the poster dude of EDM with the Wook's Kingpin, this was a collaboration waiting to happen. Taking the sometimes delicate melodic elements from Millennium's production and blending it with the harsh, unapologetic bass of Excision, we saw the first well-received hybrid-style bass track that arguably spawned many more, with similar songs like Island, and what felt like a sequel with Feel Something, Despite only being 2 years old, it seems like we'll look back at this song as both iconic and transformative. Further encouraging the wonderful results of collaborations from artists across various subgenres. And that concludes 10 songs that changed EDM. Let me know what you guys think. Did you agree? Did you disagree? Did I totally miss one of the songs that should have been on this list? Let me know, and as always, stay tuned for more videos of the like and weekly music reviews. I'll see you guys soon. Shameless reminder to always like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it.